Hello, my name is Sadie. I wanted to come on and do this video. It is a weekly reading for the energy of this week. I know it's a little bit late in the week. It's Wednesday, October 27th. So this video is going to last from October 27th through November 7th. That's what I'm being told. So the next 10 days, this is sort of the week and a half of the energy of what's going to play out and kind of what the energy that I'm picking up on for the next 10 days. So today's card of the day that I pulled was Temperance. This is going to be a big energy over the next 10 days. What I'm getting with this is it's just being careful and cautious, choosing peace, using moderation, and just really tempering your emotions. So that's going to be very important over the next week and a half, okay? With Temperance, another really strong energy that's been coming up is this Seven of Cups. And so if you look at the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of options and choices. Some are beautiful options and some are not so great. And so the reason why Temperance is coming up so strong is because you may have a lot of options and choices available to you in the next week or two. This could be all different sorts of things. Social contact, social activities, time with friends. It could be business or money-making opportunities. It could be even romantic options. And so Temperance is really coming through strongly, just to remind you to stay balanced, to understand that not all that glitters is gold. Not everything that, is an option that's available to you would be a good option for you to take. Temperance wants you to use discernment. And it really just wants you to trust your instincts and just kind of, not let yourself be swayed by any sort of fancy sweet talk or anything that's sort of, nice and shiny and seems really great. Just really use caution and don't make hasty decisions, okay? So that's kind of the energy of the rest of this week that's playing out. And it's going to play out between, like I said, now and sort of November 6th, November 7th. We also have this week, which is very interesting, a bunch of days and sort of holidays or celebrations that really sort of bring our attention and awareness to the delicacy of life, to death, to our mortality. We have Samhain, which is also known as All Hallows Eve or Halloween. That is this Sunday, the 31st of October. And then right after that, we have a Mexican tradition, which is the Day of the Dead. That's November 1st. After that, on the 4th, there is a holiday that's celebrated by many Hindus and some Buddhists called Diwali. And so all of these holidays, the one thing that they all kind of have in common is that it's sort of like celebrating life in different ways. For Samhain and Halloween, it's, dressing up because we're celebrating our ancestors and we're celebrating that the veil between the worlds and the realms is, the thinnest. And so we're able to connect with spirits and guides and angels and our ancestors. With the Day of the Dead, similar, it's very similar, but a little bit different. It's more the celebration of life of those who came before us. And just, really appreciating our ancestral, our cultural bloodline, our family line, our generations. And for Diwali, it's the celebration of life and the celebration of light because, Rama, which was one of the gods in Hinduism, defeated the demon. And so it gave life to everybody. And so what the angels and guides really want you to do this week is just to really celebrate however you want to celebrate. Even if you don't celebrate any of those holidays, that's not the point. But the point is to really just acknowledge life, acknowledge your life, acknowledge where you're at, acknowledge how far you've come, how far you've grown, how much you've healed, how much you've learned. Just appreciate just being alive, and that you have this incredible depth of an ancestral line, a generational line of all these people that came before you, and you kind of, through your DNA, have all the best attributes of them. And so they just really want you to recognize like how important your life is, how important it is to be alive, and to celebrate that this week. Also with the temperance, there are tons of angels. I've been having these really, really funny synchronicities where it wasn't Spotify, it was Pandora. My Pandora just started without me even trying to, like, I didn't touch it. It just started on, and it played that song from the 80s, Send Me an Angel. I heard right after that, I heard on the radio that song from Train, Calling on Angels. I was texting something, and then it kept auto correcting to miracles. So there's just this energy of angels and miracles, and so much angelic support, so much ancestral support right now, especially this week. Reach out, pray, ask for help. It's always available to you. Even if your prayer is just angels help with the situation, it doesn't have to be a long prayer. You just have to ask for help, and it will be given this week, okay? So with that energy, we also have the Three of Cups. So that is celebration, friendship, social events. You may have a lot of social events that you're invited to this weekend that you want to go to, people that, you might be around more people than you usually are. For some, there could be a lot of birthdays coming up. I know both my parents have birthdays because they're both Scorpios in this next 10-day period. For others, it's, the celebration of like a birth, the celebration of, could be a wedding, could be an anniversary. So there's a lot of energy around celebration, around socialization, around other people. This is why they want you to have temperance as well, because with this energy, and especially Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is very intense, Scorpio is very emotional, you could have the tendency to really overindulge over the next week to 10 days. And so they just really want you, again, to be cautious, to use temperance, to use moderation in all things. So that is the good energy. Here is the kind of heavier energy. Into next week, we have a new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, again, is the death card. It is death, rebirth, transformation. It is sexuality. It is hidden things. It is taboo things. It is the occult. And so this new moon will be squaring Uranus, the tower energy. So with this energy, and so the new moon portal is going to actually start on the 1st. So it starts on the Day of the Dead, and it ends around the 7th. I think that's why they wanted me to do this video between now and the 7th. But the new moon in Scorpio is going to be, depending on where you're at in the world, here in the United States, it's on November 4th. So with this energy, accidents are more likely to happen. So again, use temperance in all things. Just be mindful, be careful. With this energy as well, blow-ups, arguments, sudden endings, and really, really shocking change is all possible with this energy, starting November 1st, okay? And so one of the other messages I got too was, because there's a lot of the Three of Cups often too represents a third party situation. So the good news is this could be the final ending of a third-party karmic entanglement that your person, your divine counterpart, is involved in. This week could be like the nail in the coffin of that relationship. However, this could also be related to the ending of a friendship, the ending of some other sort of relationship or social situation. And also for some could be that the third party tries to involve you in some sort of drama. And so again, we're gonna go back to temperance. If you listen to any part of this video, just use caution and temperance over the next 10 days and you will be fine, okay? Be the angel of peace, be the peacemaker for yourself. So not necessarily another relationship or a situation that's ending or a third party situation, but really choose peace for yourself. So whatever brings you the most peace, that's what this temperance card wants you to do right now over the next 10 days. Okay. Just pay very much attention to that. So there could be a lot of excitement, a lot of intensity, a lot of emotion. The next 10 days could be a lot of fun. I mean, it could be a great 10-day period, or it could be a very challenging and struggling 10-day period. So just be aware. With that, I'm just gonna pull a couple cards. I think I'll do some from the Tarot Grand Luxe, and then I'll pull a couple from the Sacred Forest. Didn't want to come on too long, but I know I didn't do a weekly reading and I was kind of wanting to do it, and then more information came through today, so that's why. And I will do a separate video on the new moon in Scorpio because it's an important new moon. So the first card, again, I don't know why this card keeps coming out. It's flying out, Justice. So with this message though, because temperance is so strong right now, this Justice message is really just about maintaining your balance, not getting pulled into, one extreme or the other, really doing what you can to stay in integrity with your own beliefs, with your own choices, and also just being fair to yourself and other people. That's what this Justice card wants you to do over the next 10 days. What other messages, angels, guides, spirit guides, everybody? So the Lovers flew out. So you could be having more balanced communication, even better communication, or a reignitement of communication with your divine counterpart. This also could be a new person coming on the scene. Like I said, there is that 7 of Cups energy. And with 7 of Cups, there's often many options. So this may bring through this next week, especially if you're, going to be out and about and more social, because there's so many different holidays and celebrations coming up. You could meet another potential partner. With the Lovers, this would be a significant partner. It would be a soulmate. If it's not your divine counterpart, it would be a higher soulmate, someone who would be a long-term partner. Okay. So we have Justice, we have the Lovers. Lovers, it's funny too, because that was a card that came up in that Scorpio reading, and that energy is very, very strong right now. Let's see what else wants to come through. This one's sticking out. Victory, 6 of Wands. So this is public recognition. This is overcoming some sort of challenge, obstacle, battle. Like I just mentioned with the energy, this could be finally, your person ends their third party stuff, and then it brings balance and harmony to your relationship with your divine counterpart, and you have the victory. Okay. For others, it's just going to be, something working out the way that you had hoped. There is some fear though, because sometimes, when everything's working out and when everything's going good, there's fears of what could go wrong. And so again, going back to temperance is about balance, and Justice is about balance. But with temperance, it's just not letting yourself get pulled into fear, not letting yourself get pulled into any hasty decisions. With the 8 of Swords, it's always, you're too much in your mind. You're overthinking things. So really this week, allow yourself to be led by your heart and not your mind. Don't try to brain your way through it, because you're not going to be able to. Just really listen to your heart and you will be guided in the right direction. This one was flying out too. It's the High Priestess. So discernment. You know, we are all high priestess and high priest. We are intuitives. We are spirit and body. We already know oftentimes the answer to the question that we have. It's just we don't always trust ourselves. And so this week, over the next 10 days, really trust yourself, trust your inner guidance, trust your inner wisdom. For some, this is, you're going to have more significant psychic experiences over the next week. You could be really connecting with more ancestors, connecting with her book. I'm really getting some are going to access more of their past life information, their Akashic record information. For some of you, you're going to access more information about your cosmic and galactic family and cosmic and galactic bloodlines, and have more of an experience, especially if you consider yourself a starseed, have more experiences with getting to know your guides that are Palladians, Arcturians, or Andromedans, or any other sort of star race that you may resonate with, okay? But definitely don't let yourself fall into fear, because the Scorpio energy is so intense. You're just going to create more of what you fear, okay? One last card for this next week. Let's see what wants to come through. So far, really good reading. This one was kind of falling out. Ace of Cups. Love, happiness, joy, peace, fulfillment, having that feeling of satisfaction and knowing that your cup is full. And so this week, again, just celebrate yourself, celebrate life. Go have fun if you feel guided to. Just use moderation and don't try to overdo it. But there is this beautiful energy of love, support, and just feeling really, really good, if you don't let yourself fall into fear or get pulled into anybody else's drama, okay? And so let's do sort of a final, moving things through. Really happy with the energy, though, of this week. It's gonna be nice. I'll do a final card from the Denise Linn Sacred Force Oracle, just to kind of give us, one guidance. So spirit guides, Holy Spirit, one card that gives us guidance for this next week to 10 days. Oh, sorry. Okay. 2 fell out. Family and truth. So with this and the Scorpio new moon, what I'm getting right away is that there could be a truth that comes out about a family member. There could be needing to spend more time with family, or needing to have more of a focus on your family. But overall, this is a positive energy with the justice coming through. This could be the balance or the resolution of a family issue, especially if you have issues with like a parent or somebody else in your family. This could be that sort of final resolution, final sort of the end of conflict. So although conflict will end, remember there is a tower energy, so just be mindful. Again, sometimes conflict ends, but it can be explosive. Sparks can fly with the tower and the death card together. So just, be mindful. Again, the main message that they want me to pull through is that energy of temperance. The next week and a half, it's going to be so important for you to just stay balanced, stay centered, use moderation, really think your way through things, use your intuition and guidance and discernment. Don't let yourself fall into fear. Don't let yourself fall into worry, and just, pray and ask the angels to help if you need help with anything. You have so much love and support around you right now, and this big wind is blowing right now, just sending us more love and support. So I am sending you guys love and support. I hope that everyone has, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, have a beautiful next week and a half. And just remember, always celebrate you, always celebrate your life. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios who have a birthday over the next 10 days. And I will talk to you soon.